The Manhattan Project was a top-secret government program made during World War II. The purpose of this program was to help the United States rush through the progress and development of the first atomic bombs before Nazi Germany. Due to his hard work and dedication to the field, Robert J. Oppenheimer was nominated 3 times for the Nobel Peace Prize. Oppenheimer dedicated a major period of his life studying theoretical physics focusing on energy processes using electrons, positrons, cosmic rays, neutron stars, and black holes. There were many people and teams that helped produce the atomic bomb. For example, the Special Engineering Detachment, which consisted of mechanical, electrical, and chemical engineers. The help from these teams really hastened the time that was needed for the project. After testing numerous times, the bombs created in the project were then dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, which killed an estimated 250,000 people, including civilians and soldiers, ending the war. The end of the war brought more problems, such as a Cold War with another world power, causing widespread fear among the people.
These are the important scientists involved in the Manhattan Project: J. Robert Oppenheimer, Ernest Orlando Lawrence, Enrico Fermi, and Lily Hornick. J. Robert Oppenheimer was chosen by Leslie Groves to be the lead scientist of Project Manhattan. He was named the father of the atomic bomb. He first got his PhD for physics from Germany's University of Göttingen in 1927. After creating the atomic bomb, he stated that he had blood on his hands. Ernest Orlando Lawrence was the inventor of the cyclotron, which was really important for the Manhattan Project and the nuclear bomb. He was received his PhD of physics from Yale University in 1925. He was also awarded a Nobel Prize for inventing the cyclotron. He was also recruited by Oppenheimer for the Manhattan Project. Enrico Fermi first received his PhD in physics from the University of Pisa in 1922. He escaped fascist Italy for the US with his family in 1938. In that same year, he won a Nobel Prize in physics. He was also the creator of the first nuclear reactor, the CP-1. Lily Hornick fled from Czechia to avoid persecution at age 12. She was also one of the few women to help work at the Manhattan Project. She earned her bachelor's degree in chemistry at Bryn Mawr. After the war, she got her PhD from Harvard. These 4 scientists' contributions were a great help to the Manhattan Project and the creation of the atomic bomb.
The Manhattan Project was largely theoretical. It was based on fundamental experiments at many different locations. This project was a long shot, to say the least. Scientists were working from practically non-existent data, creating what is essentially an entire new industry from scratch. Not to mention, the hazards that come with this work provided a constant and costly challenge to maintain worker liability to a minimum. A major hurdle was finding the correct energy source: uranium-235 isotope or the newly discovered plutonium, both of which had their own drawbacks. This opened 2 branches of possibility, all with high risk, high cost, opening the path for new uses of uranium and plutonium. Additionally, a vessel for the catalyst had to be found, one capable of exploding at the required height above ground, thus leading to the birth of the gadget. The gadget was a sphere surrounded by 32 explosive lenses made of 2 different types of high explosives. Surrounded by a plutonium sphere at the center, detonators were designed to set off the explosive lens with simultaneous precision to squeeze the plutonium and incite an atomic explosion. This new creation was capable of vaporizing the 100-foot steel tower, creating a 5-foot deep crater, melting sand into radioactive glass, producing a mushroom cloud of 50,000 to 70,000 feet, while being visible from up to 250 miles away from the catalyst site.
U.S. diplomatic relations. The U.S., with the atomic bomb and its nuclear technology, was able to develop a sort of nuclear umbrella. This umbrella was like a protection for the U.S. in things like trade and protection of its allies like NATO. Legal hurdles. The Manhattan Project sparked Truman to eventually sign the Atomic Energy Act of 1946. This act made it so nuclear-related things would be established to be handled under civilian control. This was called the Atomic Energy Commission, or the AEC. Final verdicts. The goal after the Manhattan Project was to allocate resources to things more suitable for use. These things include peaceful energy production, nuclear reactors, long-term storage, and cleanup of contaminated sites and waste. Spending and cost. The total cost of the Manhattan Project was $2 to $3 billion, about $30 to $50 billion in today's money. At the peak, $100 million was used in a singular month. The cost of each atomic bomb launched to Japan was averaged to be $5 billion US.